Hello, I am Jay Gowrie working in Cherry Road Services India Private Limited, and this is my Capstone project for the DocuSign eSignature implementation consultant. And I have followed the guidelines for the Capstone eSignature project, and I have set up an environment uh, as per the use case that is required, like we are going to work for the eSignature. So let's get started. And yeah, so this is my admin account which I have created for my e-signature demo Capstone. Yeah, so I'm just going to the settings here now. So this is my e-signature admin portal. And before starting with, I just wanted to give you an overview idea of the settings over here. So I'll just go with the brands first. Seeing here, you have brands option where the signing and the sending options are there. And here, as per the use case for this Capstone e-signature project, there I have here is the logo which I have used, close enough accounting. And you have options here to edit this as well. By going here and clicking on the edit, you'll be able to edit. Here you have the brand name, the company name. I've given the brand name as CEA logo for signing, and the company name is Close Enough Accounting. So depending upon this use case, I have opted this. And here I have selected the sender's company name. I've checked it. And the next one is send as sign auth, which I have also checked. So whenever the sender is using, it comes with this name. So I have opted for these two options. I have enabled it. And here you have an option to edit your theme as well. So here you have, if you click on edit your theme, you will be able to see here the header background. It is selected as blue, and the header text will be as white, and the button background color I have selected as yellow, and the button text as black. So you can customize this as well if you want to. And these are the signing logos here. For the signing logo, this is the one, and the email logo is this one. So here you will be able to see, this is how it looks. You will be able to just see how it looks. It's a preview way of viewing it. And here coming to the power form, this is how it looks. So you find the how the colors that we have selected here is being opted. And for the email as well, so this is how the background color looks, and you have the button color in yellow with the text color as black, as I have selected here. And yeah, so again, we'll just go back. Coming to the sending settings, here also I have here you have the logo here, CEA Close Enough Accounting logo, which I have used and I have uploaded here. And here you can again, as well as I said, you can also edit these options. You can customize here. You will be able to see the sending logo, which is set here, and the banner color, the background color, text, and primary buttons color also will be set here. So here coming to manage again, this is how it looks like whenever this the for this use case, I have set this as the option. And coming here for manage, this is how it looks. The buttons with the background as blue and the text as white. And the email, when the receiver receives an email, he will be able to see the background color as blue and the button will be yellow and the text is black in color. So, yeah. So this is about branding. And now we'll just go to the users. So as per the use case, I have created 4 users. Admin is the one which is me, which is the admin account and is active. And I have set the permission profile as DS viewer. And the next one is the credit assessor, whose permission profile has been set as the DS sender, and the credit representative, the permission profile is again the DS sender, and the legal department will be the DS viewer. So these are the 4 users that I have created for today's use case. And yeah, so here you will be able to see the groups into which these users belong to. So yeah, so we'll just move on to the and I just wanted to give what these users are used for. So starting with the credit representative. Uh, the credit representative will be sending the application to the applicant and the co-applicant. So, and then the co-applicant and the applicant will have to sign, and then the document will be sent to the credit assessor. So here the credit assessor will assess the application, and once the applicant and the co-applicant finish their work on the application, then he will be signing and yeah, and initializing it. That is the job of the credit assessor. And finally, the legal department, it has been set to the DS viewer because he will be reviewing the completed application and he will close the application. So these are the roles of 3 users that I have created, and these are the tasks what all these 3 users will be doing. So we'll just move on to the yeah, and admin again. So I being the admin, I'll be creating the template and I'll be sending to the credit representative. So yeah, we'll just move on to the groups now. So going to the groups here I have created a group called CEA group, which is close enough accounting group. And if I go into that group, here I have added all the 4 users into that group. You will be able to see here. So here it tells to which group they belong to. So the admin, credit assessor, credit representative, and the legal department and the admin. All these 4 users I have added into the group that I have created called the CEA group. Now we'll move on to the sending settings. Here there are some fields and properties for the sending settings. So here you will be able to see enable formula field, enable conditional fields. All these options are enabled by default. I have enabled whatever I want to. And here you will be able to see append attachment to the documents here with the attachment field. So what actually it does is, so when the applicant and the co-applicant, when they wanted to attach their ID proofs, um, they will be able to attach their ID proofs only if this checkbox is checked. So for that purpose, I have just enabled this option. And next, you find the document visibility. Here there are multiple options. So here you will be able to see must sign to view and as a member of sender's account. You have options. So here I have selected for must sign to view unless sender. So this is the option that I have selected, and you have the other options also found here. Here, automatically replicate information in fields with the same data label, and allow sender to download form data, enable custom email and language for each recipient. So these are the default options that were enabled already. And you have the recipient rule option, which is all enabled here. And you have enabled custom email and language as well. So these are the field and fields properties which comes under the sending settings. And yeah, coming here to templates. So here under templates, the required template for all envelopes sent from this account, I have left it unchecked. And coming to the document sources, here we have different options here for the document sources. So what is the use of this document sources? It's required to have a copy of the completed document. And for this, we have to configure it. So I have opted for OneDrive for this use case. And yeah, so if we go to integrations, under integrations here, if I click on connect, so here you will be able to see I have added configuration CEA demo, the name of the configuration. I've added as CEA demo, and there is a configuration ID and the status is active. So this configuration I have done for this use case, as once the document is completed, the completed document will be saved here. So just going into the configuration here, you find the status. The status, you find it as active connection, and the name is CEA demo, which I have named. And here you have the option, enable log and require acknowledgement. So this two things have been done because what happens is like all the logs and acknowledgements will be recorded in a PDF, and it will be saved, and we will be able to view it later going into this document resource. And here you have the certificate of completion, which is enabled, and the envelope voided reason is also enabled. So I get all the details. Data format, under data format, you have these two options where it has to be enabled, and you will be able to see all these informations in the PDF there, the logs, the acknowledgements, all. So this is the folder name that I have created, close enough accounting, yeah, in the OneDrive. And yeah, so under associated users, you have all users, includes new users, which is by default enabled. So that's about the document resources. Now we will see our use case. We'll just go to the templates here. Yeah. So my first use case is the joint credit application. And yeah, so under templates, I'll just give a walkthrough of all these settings that are found here. Here under new, if you click on the drop down, you have an option called create template. So if you want to create a new template, you can go for this option. If you don't have an existing one, you can just go here under new drop down. You can click on the create template and you can create your own template. And the next one is the upload template. If you have any existing templates, you can use this option to upload the template by just going to the new and click on the new drop down, and you can go for upload template. And here you have the create power form option, where you will be able to create the the power form by just clicking this button. And on the left, you see under my templates, all the templates will be listed over here. And if you come here on the shared with me, you'll be able to see what all templates are shared with you. So that will be listed here. For now, I don't have any shared templates with me, so it's blank. And coming here to all templates also, it will be listed. And here you have options like favorite templates, deleted ones. All these will be listed into that particular folder. And here you have folder options, so you can have folders added here, and you have shared folders also, so you can add the shared folders here as well. Now I'm just going to my templates. Here I have all my templates. And I have already created a template called joint credit application here for the use case. So I'm just clicking here now. So this is a template that I have created. I'll just show you. So here I've given the name joint credit application, the template name, and the description as joint credit application. You can give any name you want to as required, and you can have the description also edited. Like if you want, you can have it. And here I have added the documents for the first one is the joint credit application, and the second document would be identification and asset statement. One I have uploaded for the applicant and the other one is for the co-applicant. So I have added totally 3 documents here. And coming here, I have added recipient. So here you will be able to see I've added the applicant, the first recipient, and I've set the signing order as 1. And here you'll be able to see I have set it to needs to sign. So the applicant has to sign the document. And you have, I have some here, the customized fields options I have added. Where I have gone for identity verification, I have opted for the SMS here. So under customized, you have various options. For the first one, I have selected SMS, and you can select for the mobile number where the applicant will be receiving a number where that code has to be given to access the document. And I have added some advanced settings also here. For adding these advanced settings, I have to go here, means, sorry, uh, here the advanced settings has been added, where the signing settings in the drop down is just none. And the recipient modification, I have kept it as don't allow senders to edit recipients and don't allow senders to delete recipients. So I have both these settings enabled. This is about the advanced settings. And here for the applicant, I have used the identity verification as SMS. And coming to the co-applicant, here again, I have set this option as needs to sign. And I have set the signing order as 1 because the applicant and the co-applicant have to sign the document. And the signing order is, so that's the reason I've set it as 1. And here, for the verification for the access of the document, here I have set for the co-applicant as access code. So I have to share this access code to the co-applicant manually. So when he wants to access the document, he will have to give this code, and only then he'll be able to access the document. So I have added this verification option here by just going here, and here you have the add access code option. So that's how I've opted for. And coming to the advanced settings here, again, I've just set the signing settings here, and the recipient modification, I've just checked the don't allow senders to edit recipient and don't allow senders to delete recipient. So these are the two options that I have enabled here, which comes under the advanced settings. And the next comes the CEA credit assessor. And the signing order, I have set it as 2, because once the applicant and the co-applicant signs the application, then the CEA credit assessor have to initialize the application after both the applicant and the co-applicant signs it. So that's the reason I've set the signing order as 2. And I've set here needs to sign again. So this option I have opted, which is required. And here I have gone to advanced settings, and I have added some advanced settings here for the CEA credit assessor as well. So if you click here, you will be able to see the advanced settings that I have opted. Again, the recipient modification I have set, the signing settings, both I have kept it enabled. And next comes the legal department. So here, the signing order, I have set it as 3, because finally the legal department, once the assessor initializes, the legal department has to finally complete the document. He will have to just review the document there. And yeah, so here I have set it as receives a copy. Once all the signing is done, the legal department will be receiving a copy of it. So that's the reason I've opted for receives a copy here. So here you have an option, receives a copy. And again, the customize advanced, I'll just go to customize, and I have set it as advanced settings with these settings. As the signing settings, both I have kept it enabled. So these are the recipients that I have added: the applicant, co-applicant, CEA credit assessor, and the legal department. And I've set the signing the signing orders also 1, 2, and the CEA credit assessor will be these under the second signing order, and the legal department will be in the third signing order. Next, I'll just go to the next. Yeah. So here, sorry, before going with, I just missed out something. Apologies. I'll just go back once again. Yeah. So here, you have message to all recipients. Here you find custom email and language for each recipient, which is enabled. So these are some of the settings. Here I have set the email language as English, and here the email subject I have added for the applicant. So I'm just adding the applicant username. So in the subject, the applicant username will be added. And I have given some email message where just mentioning the recipient name, and will be asking to sign the document. And for the co-applicant as well, the same. I have set the email language as English, and the email subject, I've just given the co-applicant's username, and the email message, I've given a message. Similarly, for the credit assessor, I've set it as English, and the email subject, I am just adding both, like the applicant username and the co-applicant username. So in the email subject, you'll be able to see both. And the email message also I have given. And for the legal department, similarly, I have set the language, email language English, and the subject. I've added both the usernames for the applicant and the co-applicants, and the email message I've given, please review the document and suggest if any corrections to be made. So this is for the legal department. I have given as the email message. So these are the settings that I have done, the custom email settings and the language which I have set for the recipients. So we'll just move on to the next option. Yeah. So here you will be able to see you have an option applicant. So if you click on the drop down here, you find the applicant, co-applicant, and the credit assessor. So these are the recipients which will have to sign the document. We don't have the we don't have the legal department because he need not sign the document. He will have to just review and complete the document. And you will be able to see the signing order, and there are some advanced options also for this template. For that, I'll just move on back here. Yeah, so here you have the signing order here. If you click here, you'll be able to see the signing order of the template. The first one is the admin, and the next level of signing order will be the applicant and the applicant. And here, so the first order is the applicant and the co-applicant, and the second one is the credit assessor who will have to review and initialize the document, and the third one will be the legal department. So this is the signing order diagram which you will be able to see. Once the legal department has completed, then the uh, uh, document will be completed. And coming here to advanced options as well, you have some advanced options here. You find the recipient privileges, where you find the allow recipients to change signing responsibility or assign a delegated signer. This thing it was already enabled, so I've just left it as by default. And here you have the expiration date. You have like the number of days before the request expires, and the envelope will be queued for the expiration date. This so all these informations are here, where you will be able to enable these advanced options as well. You can create a password, verify password, and the branding logo for signing is this one. And you have the template modification options, which is all enabled here. You find the don't allow senders to edit, add or remove recipients, and the don't allow senders to edit subject, email, or private messages. And I have checked the don't allow senders to edit the brand as well. So these are all enabled, which I wanted to. And the next option is the template usage, where you find the quick send with advanced edit options. And the comments, I have kept it enabled. So these are some of the advanced options, and you can opt for whatever options you want to as per your use cases. So we saw about the signing order diagram, and some of the advanced options that you can make using your template. Now we'll just move on again to the template here. So here, these are some of the standard fields that you find here on the left. You can have customized fields also added as per your use cases. And as I said, you have options here. So there are different colors for the applicant, the co-applicant, and the credit assessor. So you'll be able to easily differentiate on the template here. And here for this, I have just added one customized field here. For that, I went to this custom fields, and I have added a phone number. So this phone number I'll be using in the template which I am going to use now for this use case. And just going to the standard fields here. So this is the signature where you will have to just drag and drop for the signature field, and this is for initialized, date signed, and here you have name, email, company, title, and if you want to use any text box, you can use this, which is a standard field, and the checkbox, you have to use this in the drop down, radio button, so payment item, and also so much other standard fields are also here, which you can use in your template. Here, now this is the joint credit application document, which I have used for this use case. Here you will be able to see the name. For the name, I have just used this name field, which I have dragged and dropped here. And for the phone number, here you will be able to see I have added a customized name as a normal name field, where here there are some settings for each and every field. I'll just explain you one by one now. Here, yeah, under formatting, it's nothing. The data, sorry, yeah, so one sec. Yeah, so this is a full name field which I have dragged and dropped here. And coming to the phone number, here, it's a required field, and coming to the formatting, here, don't have any formatting here. The data label, I have set it as phone number, and the validation, here I have set it as custom, and yeah, so for the validation of the phone number, I have opted for a rejects pattern, and I have the error message I have added as please enter the phone number in the required format. If you are not entering the phone number in the required format, this error message will be thrown. And I want the format to be in a rejects pattern. So that's the reason under validation, I have just added as custom and I've put it as rejects pattern here. And yeah, this is about the validation for the phone number. And yeah, others all, it's just the same. And coming to the email. So here, the email, it's the normal field that I have added. I have not done any changes here for my formatting and other fields. It's the same. And coming here to the mailing address. So here, when it comes to the mailing address, you have the mailing address and the billing address. Yeah. So if the mailing address and the billing address are the same, then you can have the checkbox checked here. So just coming here, it's a required field, and here under conditional logic, we'll have to set a conditional logic for this. So as coming here, I have added a checkbox. You see here. Here I've set this. If this field is unchecked, then I have to show this text. So I have set a conditional logic here, which means like if the mailing address and the billing address are same, you can have this checkbox checked, and yeah, so that's how it's. You need not it's you need not add the same address over here. So that I've set a conditional logic. And again, coming to this text, I've set it as required field. And here coming to the data label, it's fine. Validation, I have not set anything. Yeah, here this field is a conditional, and I have set a conditional logic here. It will be triggered, and once this is checked, the conditional logic will be triggered and the address will be added here. So here under the checkbox, you can see here you have to select at least two I'm sorry. Here, the validation, it's like select at least. It was just the default one because I've added a checkbox. And yeah, that's about the mailing and the billing address. And coming here to SSN. For SSN, it is a required field. Here I have checked it. And the data label, I have set it as SSN again. And yeah, so coming to the SSN, here you will be able to see here hide text with asterisks. So this SSN should be hidden because SSN is the social security number, and so it should be hidden from the view. So that's the reason I have checked this checkbox, hide text with asterisks. And yeah, and the validation I have just selected as SSN here, and that's about SSN. The reason for hiding this is because so that the co-applicant will not be able to see applicant's SSN, and again for the applicant means the applicant will not be able to see the co-applicant's SSN number. So that's the reason I have hidden, and I have set the validation as SSN as well. And coming to the annual income here, again, if you see the annual income, it's the required field. And yeah, formatting, you see, I have set as hide text with asterisks. So the annual income should also be hidden. And here the data label should be the same, like I've set it as annual income. And for the SSN also, it is I've set it as SSN, and for the annual income also I've set it as annual income. And it's about the data label. And here for the validation for the annual income, I have set it as numbers, and the decimal separator I have just it's the period, it's just by default selected. So that's about the validation for the annual income. And here now coming to the co-applicant, again I have so for doing the co-applicant here for setting the fields, we once the applicant is done, you can just click on the drop down and you can go for the uh, co-applicant. So the color will be changed, and you can drag and drop the necessary fields what you wanted to go for. So I have used this name for the name field, and for the phone number, again you will be able to see I've just put the data label as phone number. And here the validation I have set it as custom rejects pattern, and the error message will be thrown if it is not given in the right pattern. So it will be telling to give the phone number in the right pattern which it actually required. So that validation I have done here. And the email, again the email field will be the same. And coming to the SSN here, again, it's a required field. And coming to the data label, I have selected as SSN. And yeah, so the formatting I have hidden because as I said you, the SSN should not be viewable for the applicant, and for the applicant's SSN should not be viewable for the co-applicant, and the co-applicant SSN should not be viewable for the applicant. So that's the reason I have checked this checkbox. And coming to the validation, I have selected for the SSN here. And yeah, that's about the SSN. And coming to the annual income here, annual income, again, it's a required field. And just coming to the data label, I have set it as annual income again. And the validation here is the number, and I have opted for periods here. It's by default just coming. And yeah, that's about the annual income. And here for the signature, I have used the signature field. I just drag the signature and put it here. And for the date also, I have just dragged the date signed field, and I have used it here. And coming to the CA signature, again, you have to go here, and I have just changed. I've opted for the credit assessor, and then once I opt for credit assessor, the color will be changed, and that particular signature I have to drag and drop that particular field, and the date signed also I have to drag and drop that particular field. So it's here. If you come here, you'll be able to see it's a required field. This is also a required field, and yeah, so this is of the CEA signature and the date. So the applicant and the co-applicant will have to fill the application. They will have to sign, and only then the CA assessor will be reviewing the document, and he will be signing the document. So yeah. Next, coming to the identification and asset statement. So here, this is the identification and asset statement for the applicant. So that's the reason you can find the color also. It's with respect to the applicant. So here again, the full name, like it's a normal field as we did it before. And here the phone number, again, I have just validated here the phone number with the custom regex pattern in the error message here, and it's a required field. So you'll be able to see I've checked the required here, and email is a normal field that I have added again. And here coming to the SSN, if you go here, it's a required field. And coming to the formatting, one thing has to be noted here. So here in the before case, we have hidden the SSN and the annual income. But here, in this case, I have not hidden the SSN and the annual income because it should be viewable to the assessor, the credit assessor. So that's the reason I have not checked the hide text with asterisks. I have just left it unchecked. So this SSN should be viewable. So that's the reason I have not checked it. That will be under formatting for SSN, and the data label will be SSN, and the validation will be SSN again. And coming to the annual income, here you have the annual income, which is a required field. I have this field checked. And coming to the formatting, again, for the annual income, the assessor should be able to view it. So that's the reason I have not hidden it. I have not checked this checkbox. And Coming to the validation, I have just opted for numbers, and the decimal separator will be a period by default. And yeah, that's about this annual income. And here, if you see, select and attach two forms of identification. So I have added three checkboxes, and any two forms of identification have to be attached for the applicant. So it can be driver's license, passport, or other state issue passport ID. And these are the checkboxes. Here, it's like here, if you just go and I've checked under the if you see here, validation. So for this, I have just validated. I have select exactly two. So the applicant will have to attach any two identification proofs of his. So I've just set the validation as exactly two for my use case. I've used that validation, and yeah, so that's about the validation. And here, this is the attachment field which is required. So there are two attachment fields that I have added, and the user will have to check the required identification proof that is going to attach, and he can attach the proofs. So, and then coming here to the asset details. So here the asset details, the first asset and the value, I have marked it as required field. So the first asset text means that the asset description, I've added a text box, and it is a required field, and the value is a required field. And the other asset descriptions, I have not checked as required field, so it's optional. I've just added and kept, but these all I have not marked as required field. And yeah, so just going here, uh, and here coming to the value, the first field is required, as I said you before. And yeah, so here the validation for the value, I have opted for numbers, and the decimal separator has been opted. And coming to, sorry, I have set it here as value 1. So I've given a data label name as value 1. I'll be letting you why I have given this value 1. And for this, the next value I have given as value 2, and the third one is value 3, value 4, and value 5. So I have given the data label as like this. And here I have set a formula field where I have, if you just go here, there is a formula field where I have set a formula for this, and it's like value 1 plus value 2, value 3 plus value 4. All if we add, the total value will be coming here. So if I just select here, I give all the asset description and values here, the consolidated value will be listed over here. The total value I'll be getting here. So I have set a formula for this formula field. And yeah, just this is about the asset value and the formula field details that is there. And here coming to the signature, it's a required field. I've just checked that again, and it is the applicant has to sign it, and the date signed will be there here. And once it's done, the assessor will be initializing with a sign. So I have opted for the assessor signature. I have to change here, and I've added the field for, I have added the assessor signing field here, where he'll have to, he'll be initializing the document. Now, next, coming here to the identification and asset statement for the co-applicant. Similarly, for the co-applicant, I have to go here, I have to change to co-applicant option, and I've added the fields for this identification and asset statement. And for the name, again, I have added as full, and for phone number, it's a required field, and I have validated the phone number with the regex pattern, and I've added the error message as well, and the email field is the same like it's normal, and the SSN again. Coming here to SSN, um, here it's a required field for SSN which I have opted, and yeah, coming to the formatting again, the SSN, you have to hide the text, hide text with asterisks. I have unchecked because again, the SSN and the annual income, as I said to you, the SSN and the annual income both should be visible for the credit assessor, because uh, he will have to he'll be able to view the SSN and the annual income should be viewable. So that's the reason I have not checked this checkbox. And this is about the formatting here. And coming to the SSN, the validation, I have set it as SSN, and the data label is SSN again. And the annual income, the validation is numbers, and the data label will be annual income. So again, and the formatting for the annual income, I have not checked because it should be viewable to the credit assessor. And coming to the proofs again, here you see, uh, coming here, so the checkboxes I've added 3, and validation I have select exactly to, so the user will have to select exactly to any it can be, and he will have to attach the necessary proofs here. It's about validation, and yeah, I have added 2 fields here. Coming to the asset details, the first field I have marked as required field, the first asset description and the first asset value. The remainings I have not marked as required field. You'll be able to see if it is a required field, it will be in this way, and if it's not, you will be able to see the change in color. If I have not checked the required option, then the color will not be there. So and again here I've set the value here for this um, as value 1, and this will be value 2, value 3, value 4, and value 5. And I've set the formula also for this, where if I go to edit formula, I've set the formula as I'm just adding all the values, and the total value I'll be getting here once it's added. So this is about, yeah, again, the co-applicant will have to sign. I have added a signing field here for the co-applicant, and the date signed will be there. Here, once the co-applicant and the applicant signs, the assessor will have to initialize, review the document and initialize with his signature. For that, I have added this signature field over here. So the credit assessor will be initializing it. I'll just tell you about the document visibility. For that, we'll just go to here, document settings, document visibility. So here you'll be able to see the applicant will be able to view the joint credit application and the identification and asset statement of his application, and he'll not be able to view the co-applicant's one. And the co-applicant will be able to view the joint credit application and the identification asset statement for the co-applicant, and the credit assessor will be able to view all the three. So it is found to be checked, and the legal department will be able to view all the three. So this is about the document visibility here. So next is we have to share, means I have to share this template to the credit representative. So for that, I'll just for now save and close. Yeah. For that, if I go to, if it's here, you find my templates. So here, this is my template, joint credit application. So just assuming that the credit rep will be getting a call from into a in a call center, and for that I have to share this template. So as I being the admin, I'm just going to share this template. For sharing a template, I'll have to go here, use, click on use, and here you have an option, share with users. So here, if I click on this, I have an option here to select to which user I want to share. As I have to share it to the credit representative, I've checked it, and I should click on share here. And so the template will be shared to the credit representative. So I have shared my template to the credit representative. So here, assuming that I am working in a call center and I will receive a call, so I have to, I'll receive a call for the credit joint application, and for now, for that, I have to log in into my credit representative account. So as this is my admin account, I'm just logging into my credit representative account, which I have already logged in here, and I've kept. This is my credit representative account here. So if I'm just going to templates, yeah. Um, and if I go to shared with me, here, I have a shared template, which is the joint credit application. So this is the template that has been shared with me. And for using this template, I can just click on use here. So here, you'll be able to see the applicant. I have to give the applicant's name here and the email ID and the identity verification. So I'm just giving the applicant's name here. I'm just selecting this. This is my applicant name, and since I have added the identity verification as SMS, I have to give my as I'm acting as an applicant as well. I'm just giving the number for receiving the SMS code. Okay, and here my co-applicant will be this, and the email is given, and here the access code I have selected as the identity verification, where this 123 is the access code which I have to give for accessing the application. And here you find the credit assessor. It's all grayed out. because the applicant and the co-applicant will be the first in the signing order. So they'll have to sign the application there, and the email language is English here. So yeah, so we'll be able to see what all we have said here for this joint credit application. So now I'm just going to click on send. So now I will be, so this has been sent. I would have received an SMS code there. For accessing my document as an applicant. So now I have to check the applicant's ID. So I would have received the document. So I have already logged in to my this is my applicant email ID. So I'm just checking the document which I have received. So here you'll be able to see the document background color and the button color and whatever I have set. And here I have received a mail to sign the document. So I have to review the document. So for reviewing this document, as I said you, since we have set the identity verification for SMS, so here I'm just sending the SMS where I would have received an SMS to the mobile number which I have given. So I'm just giving the SMS number for accessing the document. So I'm just confirming the code. So this is the document that I have received. I'm just agreeing and clicking on continue. So here you can see the name is coming by default, the phone number, the email ID, and here with the mailing address. And as I said you, like if the mailing address and the billing address is same, we can have this checkbox checked, and I've validated it. And if I'm just changing the mobile number, this thing will throw an error like please enter the phone number in the required format. So it should be in the required format which we have given while validating the phone number. So I'm just giving it the same. And here you can have it checked or unchecked. I'm just if it's same, we can have it checked. I'm leaving it unchecked, and I'm just giving two different addresses. And the SSN number, it also has a standard. See, if I'm not giving the SSN format, the social security number, there is a format for it. If I'm not following that format, then it'll throw an error. So the error message shows as invalid social security number. And so I have to enter it in that format. So I'm just giving it as And the annual income, I'm just giving it as, okay. So here you'll be able to see it's just starred out. It is hidden because I have validated it, and the formatting also I have done for SSN and this annual income, where I have given hide with asterisk, so it should not be viewable to the co-applicant. So that's the reason it is it just shows as start. It is hidden. And yeah, the date signed comes with the current date. And yeah, I'm just clicking on sign now, and I am opting for the sign. Yeah. So here again, you can see the name of the applicant is to be seen here, and the phone number. If I am just changing the format, it throws an error here. So I have to give in the right format, and the SSN number is visible here. So it is auto populated, and I'm just giving two fields here. It just says like required, select two fields, because I have validated with I required exactly two fields. So I'm just opting for two for now. For the current use case, I'm just uploading some file. For now, I'm just uploading this logo file only as my driver's license, and for the passport also, I'm just giving um, this logo file. So it's done. Once you have uploaded, you will be able to see like here, it will be grayed out once you have uploaded your documents. And here the asset detail, I'm just giving it as for demo purpose, I'm giving it as asset 1. Since it's required, it shows as required. Here it is optional. So I have validated like the first asset description and the first value only is required, but the others are optional, as you can see. And here I am giving the value as for now I'm just giving it as 1000, and asset 2 I am giving it as, and asset 3 I am just giving it as, sorry. Since I have applied a formula here, if I click here, you can see the formula is worked out here, and it just gives the value 1, value 2 plus value 3 added the total value it gives here. And I'll have to sign here. So this is the attachments of my proofs. For demo purpose, I have done these two. So that is coming here. And yeah, so now it's done. I'm just clicking on finish. So my as an applicant, I have signed the document. Next, I have to sign as an co-applicant. So I have already logged in as an co-applicant here. You can see the ID. This is my co-applicant ID. So I have logged in as an co-applicant, and here you can see the document that I have received, which I have to sign. So for the co-applicant to access the document, I have to give the access code. So here, which was manually provided to me, I'm just giving the access code, and I'm validating it. So I'm just clicking on agree, and here you will be able to see, see the applicant details are all populated and the applicant has signed and it is starred out. And here the co-applicant will have to give his information. Again, I have validated. If I remove, it will throw an error to tell, like telling to enter in the right format. So I'm just giving it here, and the SSN number, I have to give it in a right format. If I'm not giving it, it'll throw me an error. You give it in the right format. So I'm just giving the SSN number here, and the annual income. It should be a number. So I have validated that as well. So it, and it's a required field. So it shows as required. Okay. And I have validated it should be hidden, and so you can find the asterisk. So I have hidden with an asterisk here. Okay, and I'm just signing it. I'm opting for the signature as the co-applicant. I'm signing it, and here I have to attach some proofs as a co-applicant. I have to attach my identity proofs here. So since I have validated with two required fields, I'm just selecting any two of them, and I'm going to attach the identity proofs. For now, for demo purpose, I'm just attaching the logo as my proof. And once I attach, you will see it will be grayed out. So here, the SSN and the annual income, it's viewable because the assessor should be able to view the information. So that's the reason I have not hidden with an asterisk. So I have validated in that way. And here coming to the asset information, for example, I'll just give it as keyboard and mouse. So I'm just giving as two. So I'm giving the value here as I have validated. The first one is a required field, and this one is also the required field, the first asset description and the first asset value. The remainings all are optional. You can see all are optional. So here I'm just giving some some value for it. And yeah, you can see the formula. It just gives us the total value of the, when I click here on the first value field, it gives the total value of the asset. And the next one, the sign is auto populated. I'm just signing it, and here you will be able to see the proofs that I have attached as the identity proofs. So I'm just clicking on finish now. Yeah. So as an co-applicant, I have signed the document. So since the applicant and the co-applicant have signed the document, now it's time for the credit assessor to review the document and sign it. For that, I'm just logging into my credit assessor account. Yeah. So since both of them have signed the document, now as a credit assessor, I have received this document where you will be able to see here the subject comes with the applicant and the co-applicant's name. For the yeah, so for the applicant, the subject, email subject would have come with only the applicant's name. And for the co-applicant, it would have come with only the co-applicant's name. But here for the credit, I have just, since I've appended both the applicant and the co-applicant's name, it comes with applicant and the co-applicant's name. So here there is a mail sent for the credit assessor to review and sign the document. So I'm just going to review and sign the document as a credit assessor. So here all the details you can see. This is the joint credit application document which you could see. And this is the information of the applicant. This is the information of the co-applicant. And here, coming to the identification and asset statement of the applicant, you will be able to see the SSN. The credit assessor will be able to see the SSN and the annual income information as it is as per the use case that I have done. And the two forms of like identifications has been attached, and you can see the asset details as well. So I'm just signing the document. And here coming to the co-applicants identification and asset statement, you will be able to see again the SSN and the annual income and all other details of the co-applicant. This is a co-applicant's identification asset statement. So here you will be able to see all the details, and yeah, the co-applicant has signed. So I'm just initializing it as an credit assessor. I've reviewed the document, it's fine. So I'm just initializing it. So all my document is done and it is complete now. So I'm just clicking on finish now. So here, now the applicant, the co-applicant and the credit assessor signing process is complete. The final process is the legal department. So now the legal department will have to review the document and complete the document. So now I will just log in into my legal department. So okay, so this is my legal department account, which I have already kept it open. You'll be able to see my account, legal department, and this is my email ID, where I have received a document. So this is the document that I have received. So I'm just viewing the completed document. Okay, so this is the completed document which all the three parties have signed. So you'll be able to see here. One sec, refreshing it. Yeah. So this is my applicant details and the co-applicant details, and this is my identification and asset statement for the applicant, where the SSN annual income is viewable, and the applicant has signed, the credit assessor has signed. And here, this is the identification and asset statement for the co-applicant, where you will be able to see the SSN and the annual income, which is, it is not hidden and it is viewable to the legal department, and all the other details you find. And here the applicant has signed and the credit assessor has initialized, reviewed and initialized. So now it's done. The document is now complete. So I'm just going to close it. Once the document is complete, we will see the credit assessor will receive the copy of the completed document as well. So you'll be able to see, if I click on the view completed document, you'll be able to see the completed document. The credit assessor also gets a copy of the completed document once it's done. Okay, again, just wanted to show that. I'll close this now. And yeah, so now I will explain you and give a walkthrough on the sender's perspective. For that, I'm just logging, I'm just going to my credit representative account. So yeah. So I'm just going to my credit representative account here. So here you see, second, I just have to log in again since it's timed up. Okay. So this is my credit representative account. You can see here, I've just logged in into that. I'll just go to, this is my home page, and I'll go to manage. So here, as you can see, in the drop down, you have options like you can send an envelope, you can sign a document, you can use a template. All these, if you want to send an envelope, you can go here and you can use this option. If you want to sign a document, you can go here and you can sign the document. And you can use a template, existing template also, by going here. And here you have inbox. If you click on inbox, what all envelopes you have in box will be there. And as a credit representative, you can see this document has been sent and it is complete now. Just now what I did. So this is the document that is found here. And here you will be able to see the options like print. You can print that document, you can move that document, you can forward the document copy, and the history details, the form data, and export as in CSV, and delete. So I'll just explain you. If we go with the history, you'll be able to see the subject, the envelope ID, the data sent, the date created, time zone. All these informations will be listed over here. And here also you have the documents what has been enclosed along with this 3 documents. And coming to the activities, you'll be able to see the activities like when it is registered, and the sent invitations, what all the invitations has been sent, and the opened status, and the SMS authentication, whether it's passed, viewed, and the uploaded attachments. So all these informations will be listed here under the envelope history, and the access code is being parsed, and the uploaded attachments, all informations you can see, and it is completed. The status also is being shown here. So the activity, action, and status of all the envelope history details has been listed over here. You'll be able to see that, and you can download this certificate also. And this is about the envelope history. And this is the document that I've sent. I'm just going with that. So here, if I click on form data, so this is the envelope form data, where you'll be able to see the envelope ID subject, what subject it is. See, it's appended with the applicant's name, and the status is complete. All envelope data be will be able to see here the value and the email IDs, the addresses that you gave in the template, the SSN number. So all these informations are being retrieved, and it keeps all the details here, the asset details that I have given. Um, the total asset value after the formula has been implemented. All informations are being listed here, and the attachment, the proof attachment that I have added. So for the demo, I added as the CEA logo only. So that information, all informations, you can see, it'll be you'll be able to see in the form data. That is about the applicant, and this is about the co-applicant. So recipient form data for the co-applicant. So similarly for the co-applicant, you'll be able to see all the informations here. And this is for the credit assessor. The credit assessor, when he has signed, and the value, like the date when he has signed. So you will be able to download this envelope form data informations also if you want to, by just clicking on this download, or you can print that data also. So this is my template, the document that is complete now. I'm just clicking on it. Here you will be able to see the recipients, like the first one is the applicant, the second is the co-applicant, and the third receiver will be the credit assessor and the legal department. So the status, you can see, like it has been signed, all three have signed, and the legal department finally has received a copy. So the signing order is also placed here. The first authentication method I have used is SMS. The second, for the co-applicant, I have used as access code, and the credit assessor has signed. So all these informations you will be able to see if you click on the um, document. And here you have move option. So here if you click on move, you'll be able to move it, and there is a button here called more, where other options are also found here, like forward, copy, history details, as said before, form data, export as CSV, delete, and data changes. All these informations you can get by clicking as I explained it before. So this is about the joint credit application details. And yeah, so so now our document is complete on all stages. And the final thing is, like this completed document would have been saved in the document resource, that which I have selected as OneDrive as my document resource. I've configured and kept it already. So we can just log in into the OneDrive, where I have created a folder uh, in the OneDrive called uh, just log into my OneDrive. So this is my OneDrive, which I have added a configuration already there under the connect. And here, this is a folder that I have created for this use case, close enough accounting, as we saw earlier. So here, I'm just, I'll be able to see my completed document. So here my completed document will be added into this folder since I have configured. So here you'll be able to see the certificate of completion and all the details here, the record tracking, signer events, and the authentication details like SMS and the electronic record and signature disclosure. All informations will be listed here. And you can just see the details here, all informations will be listed, and other informations will also be listed over here. So this is about the certificate of completion. So you can have this document downloaded if you want to. So any document or any information which is relevant, all those will be added into this close enough accounting folder which I have created in the OneDrive. So you can easily have a track of all these informations. So other details will also be listed here. And here you can see the envelope, summary events, the signing completed, certificate delivered, all these informations you'll be able to see. So now I'll just log in into the admin account, and I'll just tell you about some other settings. We'll just talk about the manage and the reports. So just going with the manage, let's just time it out again. I'm just logging into my admin account. So this is my home page. I'm just going with the manage here. As I have told you earlier, you go click on new, you have an option to send an envelope, sign a document, use a template, and create a power form. So you can send an envelope if you want to by going and clicking on this option. You can sign a document by going here, and you can just click on sign a document, and you can use an existing template by just going here and click on use a template, and you can create a power form as well. So these are the options you have under the new drop down. And coming here to inbox, you will have the details that are there in the inbox and the sent um, ones. I don't have any for now. And the drafts, you will be finding it saved in under this folder, and the deleted ones will be under this folder. And you have bulk send option here, and the power forms option, and here a quick reviews like action required, what has to be taken, and waiting for others. Those informations will be listed here. And here what are the envelopes that are expiring soon, the completed ones, the authentication failed, all these informations will be listed over here if you click on these options. And yeah, so this is about the managing of your envelopes here, your inbox and other informations. And coming to the reports now, just give a quick we'll just have a quick review of the report details here. So this reports, you'll be able to see all the reports. If you click on all, it has so many reports, like you have envelope report, envelope recipient report, envelope status report, and envelope velocity, volume, authentication. So each and every report, if you want to view, you will have to go click on specific reports that you wanted to see. For example, we'll just see the envelope status report for now. I'm just clicking on the view option here. So I'm just going to, you have an option here to run a report. There is an option. So here you can opt for from what time you want the report, whether it's the send date, completed date, all dates. So I'm just having to month to date, and I'm just running in report. So you'll be able to see here the status, the total envelope sent, the unique senders, the total recipients, total signers, all informations it pulls out with relevant to this to the envelope status report. So how much has been sent, how much has been completed, and how much has been declined. And this is about the envelope status report. And now we'll just go back. And if you want to see the envelope report, you have an option, like you can just click on view, and again you can opt for from what date you want to by selecting from this drop down, and then you can just click on run report, and here you will be able to see the envelope reports. So all these details you will be able to see under the envelope reports. And the envelope recipient report also, if you click, you will be able to view. If you just run a report, the recipients, how it was routed, the sender name, the recipient name, the status, like it is completed, and these all have been sent. All information it pulls out, and you will be able to uh, um, view this report. And there is an option to download the report by just going here. If you click on download here, this option, and you can download the report, or you can send now to a mail, and you can schedule the report as well. So these options you have here, and you can you have a save as button to save the report as well. And these are the other reports that you find here. So as per your requirement, you can have the reports downloaded. And if you click on the drop down here, there is an option called schedule. And if you can schedule, like you can schedule a report accordingly as per your requirement, with the start date, end date, and the scheduling frequency, like you have daily, weekly, or monthly, or once you can have it. And here the option recipients is there, where you can send it to me or send it to others, and you can give the email IDs, which is optional. So this is about an option that is provided under the scheduled report. And next, coming with the envelopes. So this is about the envelope reports. Again, as shown earlier, the same, like you will be able to see the envelope reports, the envelope recipient reports, status reports, and velocity reports. If you just click on the velocity, the same as, and if you run a report, you will be able to see how the velocity of the reports, like the total envelopes, unique senders, and the total recipients. All these informations you will be able to see, and you can again filter it as per your requirement. So envelope authentication report also is available. So there are under envelope reports you have these. And coming to the recipient report, you have to, as said earlier, you can just run a report, and you'll be able to see envelopes received, and the envelope requiring to sign, and the envelopes not signed, all these information. So here you find the applicant and the co-applicant have not signed 10 to 11 envelopes, which I have just made it just for showing, for creating reports. And this is the completion rate, how it is done. So here the average completion time it took, all these informations have been listed here. The credit assets are 100% completion rate it's showing. So similarly for the you have recipient authentication report. And coming to the usage, you'll be able to get the usage report details of everything, like the group activity, account authentication report, and so on. And for example, I'm just clicking on the account authentication report, where it shows the access code and the phone number and successes and failures. All these informations it pulls out and shows us. So, and yeah, there are some custom reports and then downloads, and the signing insights options are also there. So this is about the reports which are reports which are there in the eSignature. Um, and yeah, as per the guidelines and the use case given, I have completed my Capstone project for eSignature, and please review it and let me know if I have missed out anything, so that I can send you recorded. And thank you so much.